Okay, thanks a lot. Welcome, my dear students, to our today's lesson. Our subject is physics. Topic is called as measurement. We have subtopic, the volume of irregular objects. The volume of the irregular object. So by starting with that, in front of you, we have various equipment or apparatus. What is this? Yes, this is the bottle of water. What is this? Flask? Well tried. Okay, thank you. This is a beaker for collecting the mixture. What is this? Again, this is the measuring cylinder that is used to measure the volume of the given liquid. Okay, then what is this? This is the Eureka cane that is used to displace some water. Also, we have a box. Of course, a box is a regular object, but this is a box. We have a stone. We have the stone, which is an irregular object. And then we have a string. This is a string or thread that we are going to use. So if we come to our daily life activities, we can see that we can build a house by the use of a rectangular cement block that can be seen in terms of this way. But we have another way of building a house. We can use a stone. That is the irregular object. This is the irregular object. Okay, now we have our specific objectives for our today's lesson. We believe that at the end of our lesson, we have to use the appropriate instrument that we have in front of you for measuring the volume of the irregular object, like a stone. This is the irregular object. Secondly, we have to measure and record the volume of the irregular object. So we have to start step by step. But this, a stone, can be measured. Its space occupied by the stone by the use of the displacement method. We are going to use method which is used to measure the volume of irregular object like a stone, because stone has not a definite shape. And that's why it's called as irregular object. So the method which is used to measure the volume of the irregular object is called as displacement. Is called as displacement method. Now all of you say displacement method. Okay, this is displacement method. So we have two options. The first one, we can use measuring. We can use measuring cylinder. And the second one, we can use This one. Now all of you, what is this? Yes, right? It is a Eureka cane. So from here, who is ready to tell us what is this? What is this? Okay. This is a measuring cylinder. This is the measuring cylinder that can be used to find the volume of the irregular object like a stone. And can you remember what is this? Okay, this is the Eureka cane. Now all of you say Eureka. Again, Eureka. That is the Eureka cane that is used to measure the volume of the irregular object. Now, today, we are going to find the volume of this stone, because stone is the irregular object, while this one is the rectangular object, is a regular object. So for this case, just we have to use the formula as we have seen. So for this case, we have to follow the particular procedures in order to find the volume of the stone. Okay, so we have certain procedures that we have to follow. So here we have the first and the second procedure that we have to follow. First of all, who can read? Okay. The first one, set up the apparatus as shown here under. Set up the apparatus as shown here under. So if we have water within the bottle. We have the beaker. This is our beaker. We have Eureka cane. So we can find the support like this one. In order to have this setting, then after that we have to place the Eureka cane in this way. After that we have the beaker, this one. But inside the Eureka cane we have some water. So here we have some water. Let us pour some water inside the Eureka cane up to the level of the spot here from the pot. We can see some water just spotting out from the pot. So we have to wait until the last drop. Okay, now it is ready. So we have to return back to the bottle to make sure that the beaker is totally empty. So the beaker is empty. Now return to its original position like this one. After that, we have to come to procedure number 2. Procedure number 2, tie the stone with a string. So we have a stone, we have the string. Make sure that the stone should be tied firmly. Okay, then after that, and gently lower it into the water contained in the Eureka can. So great attention should be taken when we're putting the stone in the Eureka can. So here we are putting the irregular object, which is a stone. Then what can we observe? The water is just coming out of the Eureka can into the beaker. So we have to wait until the last drop. That was procedure number 2. Now we are coming to the third procedure. Collect any overflowing water in the below the spot. So this is the below the spot. We are collecting the water into the beaker. Now number 4, measure and record the volume of the displaced water using a measuring cylinder. It is very lucky we have the measuring cylinder, this one, which is used to measure the volume of the liquid. Inside the beaker, we have some liquid that is collected by putting the stone into the Eureka can. Now, the collected water in the beaker is pouring inside the measuring cylinder like this one until the last drop. Then after that, we have to record the volume of the displaced water. By the use of your pen, we have to measure first of all, but be careful when you are measuring the volume of the liquid in the measuring cylinder, because this is the glass. This is a part of the measuring cylinder. This is we can see some water inside the measuring cylinder. So always we have to read at the bottom. This is your eye. This is the meniscus. This is called as meniscus. So always we have to measure and read at the bottom of the meniscus and not at the top of the meniscus. So make sure the level of your eye and the level of the bottom of the meniscus. So if this is the measuring cylinder, then we have to record. Okay, the reading of the volume. Now it is 13. The volume is equal to 13 centimeter cube. The volume is 13 centimeter cube from the measuring cylinder. Then the last procedure, number 5. This volume, which is volume, this volume taken from the measuring cylinder is equal to the volume of the irregular object. The volume of the irregular object. Our irregular object is the stone. So this is our stone. So the volume of this stone is equal to 13 centimeter cube. Now, from this demonstration that we have seen, my dear student, we have some question under discussion right now. The first one, why must the stone be tied and gently lowered into the water? Why must the stone be tied and gently lowered into the water. And the second one, why is the water in the can displaced when the stone is immersed? So by the use of the group of 4, you can sit down in the group of 4, then discuss together. We have few minutes, 2 minutes to do that. Then let us wait for the feedback from you from those 2 questions. Okay, now let us start. Let you start. Okay, I think now you are ready. Okay, group number 1. What about question number 1 that you have discussed in your group? Why must the stone be tied and gently lowered into the water? Now, all of you, okay, what can we see? The important point from question number A, why must the stone be tied and gently lowered into the water? This is to avoid splashing. This is to avoid the splashing of water in the Eureka can. So that's why we should take care when putting the stone into the Eureka can. Okay, group number 4, question number 2. Why is the water in the can displaced when the stone is immersed? When the stone is immersed. Okay. Well tried. Thank you. Group number 2. Okay, thank you for that. Number 2. Here, why is the water in the can displaced when the stone is immersed? This is because stone took the space of water overflowing into the beaker. So that's why is the water in the can displaced when the stone is immersed? My dear students, before coming to the end of our today's lesson about the volume of the irregular object like a stone, we have some questions that we have to do at home with your fellow students. Don't forget to share your answer to your fellow student and your teacher. The first one, what is the volume of an irregular solid immersed in 50 centimeter cube of water contained in a beaker if it raises the water level to 57 centimeter cube? So we have the beaker, we have some reading. We can do that. Also, instead of using a beaker, we have to use measuring cylinder. We have to use a measuring cylinder to find it. So initial value, it was 50 centimeter cube. Then with irregular solid, we have the value of 57 centimeter cube. Now number 2, list it down. 2 displacement method used to find the volume of the irregular solid like a stone. List down two displacement methods used to find the volume of the irregular solid. My belief is that now you can use the appropriate instrument for measuring the volume of the irregular objects. And here we have seen that we can use a measuring cylinder to find the volume of the irregular object like a stone. Also, we have said that we have Eureka can that can be used to measure the volume of the irregular solid. So until then, here is the end of our today's lesson. Thank you a lot. Welcome again in the next lesson. Thank you. Goodbye.